Hey, Solace, Agent Solo Matt Rice here. Another week of soloable crowdfunded games that I'm going to go through that are new for this week. They just popped up into my feeds and thought I'd talk about. Anything here that I've missed, please let me know in the comments. There may be one on a previous week that I've done as well. As always, check those out just in case. But for this week, my pick of this week is Story of Many by Haunted Mill Games. Says it's a cooperative fantasy adventure board game for 1 to 4 players. Over 400,000 words of adventure text and limitless possibilities for creating and advancing your own character. So this one, I've seen a bit of this from Rolling Solo. They've done a playthrough of it. I've seen it come up. I've followed it for a while now on my own Gamefound. If I did log in, which I haven't. And this one, it comes across as like it's an RPG, like a bit of a sandboxy RPG. A lot of dice rolling for checks and combat. So for those that are probably want something a hybrid of like an RPG tabletop game with a board game, this is for you. And I think for me, it's my pick. I like it as well. But let's have a look. So Grimdark Fantasy Adventure board game. That's what it looks like on the table. So it's like an overland map that you visit, and there's also like dungeons at certain areas that you can go into, and you draw cards out to go through a dungeon, have combats, or explore certain things, do different checks. And these like the player mats down here, like their conditions and how much weight you have, what kind of gold you have, what equipment you might have, special abilities, what kind of class you are, that kind of thing. And there's an example there of a cleric filled out. Yes, I believe it might be a bit of pen and paper stuff. I'm not sure if it's dry erase or if it's pencil erase. I don't know. Let's have a look. It might say. So it's 1 to 4 players, which is fantastic for us. There's a standard version, an elite version. Does it compare both here? Elite edition only. So yeah, you can read through what's, I think it's more standees than the standard. You get a River Witch freebie. You can pay, you can do the stretch pay with this one. There's an all-in pledge of €279, which might include foreteller and probably extra minis and a couple expansions there, I think. It's a rewarding Story of an Elite box. Well, it's like a Sunken Empire expansion, an expansion. The Ultimate Standee Collection. The expansion itself is as dear as the main game. I imagine it must be adding a lot more. Requires standard or elite pledge. Okay. Elite pledge standee version. Oh. Interesting. So it's a few different, sorry, I was just reading over that. There's a few different things there. Some stretch goals already unlocked. Although these days, a lot of stretch goals people do a lot more like reveals of what's in the game anyway. But it's always handy to see like how it unfolds. Different lots of add-ons, extra sphere books. Standard pledge contents, go through contents again. What's in the box? They probably could have combined that with the list at the top, but that's okay. Choice-driven open world exploration. If you're into that sort of stuff, bit of narrative with it. It doesn't show off much of the combat here yet. Oh, fast combat classes. So different kind of classes you can choose. It looks like there's a different skill tree here. That's what it looks like to me. You tick off as you go through. Cleric, fighter, paladin. It's a pirate. River Witch is a different. Oh, that's a different character you can choose if you pledge for the Gamefound. Rogue, seer, etc. It's 40 plus adventures in it. So around 10 unique adventure tiles. It's like an empire. What it's got there, 18 more adventures. Okay. What the big text in here? Shipping. Oh, wow, it's pretty dear for Australia, maybe, but that's okay. I mean, that's usual. And as I said, Rolling Solo's got one there. Kanji's got one. I remember him doing one for Rivia a long time ago. He's pretty good at those. Community stuff, etc. So let's go. I think in the there's updates where it talks about the because I've been following this a bit longer myself. There's updates that you can go to up here that talk about more about the combat and the exploration as well. The main page doesn't really talk too much. It's more like what you get. Different various, but that's story of many. The next one we've got is Shem Phillips, Scuffle Games, back with 2 games at once here. Skara, Brae, and the Anarchy. It's got 1,642 backers, doing very well. It's got a bit of a name for itself. Only 92 US plus shipping from the little across the ditch brothers of New Zealand for me. So they're both soloable, yes. There's 2 games in one here. Why back now? That's a good question, and I'm glad they addressed it because a lot of their games come to retail. Get the promo, actually get some promos, receive your games before they come to retail. That's always handy. Pick up the folded space insert. Okay. There's a bit of story for both. So was it $74 for just Skara Brae? This is New Zealand dollars. The Anarchy 74. Italian, different languages. Both games for 148, which is 136 Australian from my point of view. So you could just get one of them. So this one's more based on Hadrian's War. This Skara Brae. 20 chapter solo campaign that adds even more unique cards and rules from game to game. Interesting. And I did really like Legacy of You. I was really impressed with that solo only game. Yeah, it was. I think it was my number 2 last year. If you check out my video last year, tabletop simulator components for both. Nice little photography work. Promo tokens. Yeah. Smith University's got. I like how she dresses up. So a lot of the usual guys would touch this one for sure because Memphis is Meeple. You got Slicker Drips. A lot of people love their sort of style. In add-ons, what can you get? You could probably get some other stuff. You can get Ezra and Nehemiah. You get Legacy of You. You can get Hadrian's War. You can get a lot of their other stuff if you missed it in the past or if you can't find it. For the space insert, which is fantastic. I've got one of them for Gaia Project. They're glued together nice and easy. All right. Cool. All right, next one I've got for the week. This is kind of a big news week because there's a few big games here. Deliverance, which did really well in the original campaign. Better than I would thought. It's doing well again here. 1,087 backers. This is I'm not sure if it's a standalone expansion or just a straight expansion. So the award-winning Angelic Warfare board game returns to Fallbrook with a massive expansion, 2nd edition of the base game. So it's Andrew Lawrence, their 2nd creator. So run with the same game again. So this is for retailers. Deluxe expansion, $79. Deluxe base game, $89. Everything news, $119. So it's make sure the bling stuff looks things. Deluxe gameplay bundle, you can get $149, etc. Oh, the big price one there. I guess you can get something designed for yourself. Guardian Angel, 1 to 5 players. It's both a one-shot scourge mode and challenge story-driven campaign. I'm just wondering if it's standalone or not. I didn't see specifically say. I wonder if it's an actual straight expansion that you would need the base to play. I'm not sure. I haven't played this myself, but there's I've got a game that's similar coming soon. The 4 Horsemen. I think it came out around the same time, so I ended up going with that one instead. It looks like this one. Yeah, that's the characters. That's a lot of different abilities they can do. It's bad guys, I assume. New content released quarterly. Officially supported PDF content packs. 4 free scenario packs available now. Interesting. That's pretty nice. See how long that lasts, but yeah, that's pretty nice. As a solo player, you may play with 2 angels, but for the souls that love the idea of true soul, you also have the option to use 1 angel and the intercessor board. So I imagine that's like strongly suggesting that play with 2 angels, there's less differences, I guess. Group-based cooperative tactical combat. Defeat the fallen prince. Here's One Stop Co-op Shop. His 2 cents. Character standees. I like standees, to be honest. That's just me. The artwork's there for you. True, the quality. If you need to undo them all the time, as long as they can stay in the stand, there's enough stands for generally stuff like that, and all the stands are nice. They don't pinch too hard or something. I don't mind it at all. I've got way too many grey minis that I don't paint. Insert, we get, so we get, I'm just going to flick through a bit more, but you get a lot of stuff. I mean, with an expansion especially, there's going to be a lot of stuff here. You can get acrylics. Looks of things. Maybe that's the deluxe, isn't it? And some add-ons. Scenario book. Retailer pledge, new angels that come in the expansion, I imagine. Stretch goals. And your stretch goals, rules there. You can download the rule book. How to play in 27 minutes. Tabletop simulator, fantastic. There's previews and gameplay views. It's been up for a while, though, especially the original, but it looks like some expansion stuff's there as well. Alex talks about both playthroughs from maybe Tale, so maybe that's Colin or Bant that does that one. Yeah, Ryder's got it as well. A lot of the big players have played this one. And there's your shipping. All right, let's keep moving on. We've got Parks and Potions. 1 to 5 players. This one's got 504 backers, so it's doing fairly well. It's pretty much funded, overfunded, obviously. A lightweight casual board game about park rangers collecting and mixing potions to heal wildlife. That's a very nice thing. Moonside Workshop's their first creator, so they've done very well here. Base game $30. Deluxe is $60. Man, that was probably the early bird that we missed out on already. 50 to 30 minutes, so it's a casual game. That's pretty quick. Heal wildlife, eh? So it's your forest card, you've got water cards, you've got cards and tokens. How to play. So over 5 rounds, each representing a day of work. The game is divided into phases, so it's like a week of working. The game is divided into phases where players roll dice, collect potions, then fulfill objectives for healing animals. So you roll, collect your potions. Roll the dice to discover flowers ripe for extraction. Collect colors you need. And then so it's a bit of alchemy stuff here. You combine 2 things together to make something else. And that's what they might need to grab them to get points, I imagine. Yeah. That's cool. That's like a nice little game. I'm not sure how solo works. It's just high score. It doesn't mention much about solo. Apparently it's soloable. There we go, solo mode. You thought since you're the only ranger that you get to have the high score, think again. This mode enables players to enjoy the game on their own, but not because they don't have friends to play with it. Features 10 challenges and 4 levels of difficulty. That's nice. So there's some challenges to try and achieve. So it's not just a high score, that's nice. Use that option. Some playthroughs here. Tim's done a playthrough. And there's the shipping. All right, next one I've got for the week is Nature. Includes 5 expansion modules. So was it a standalone board game in the Evolution series? So Evolution's quite a popular game. It's also soloable, 1 to 4 players. This is doing very well. So it's a big week in crowdfunding this week. A lot of money being thrown around. Expand Nature with 5 mix and match modules: Flight, Jurassic, Natural Disasters, Arctic Tundra, and Amazon Forest, Rainforest. Okay. There's different modules you can add to it. They do different things. Done by North Star Games. There's some digital stuff there too for $30. So just Nature $39. Nature Big Box $109. Nature Big Box Deluxe $159. All in $184. Okay. It's also changing environment. So how does this work? Is that a dinosaur? So I did say there was a Jurassic version, wasn't there? Explore 5 game-changing modules. So each of these adds something different to the game, I imagine. Standalone strategy game in the claimed Evolution series. Species must adapt to a changing environment as they look for food and protect themselves from predators. This is the apex of the Evolution series, according to Rado. New content for the next decade. There you go. Nature is a modular game system that allows you to create and explore a unique ecosystem each time you play. One module to create over 20 unique ecosystems. Evolution left my shelves due to how punishing it could be. Nature fixed a lot of the problems I had. The modules have expanded the game beyond anything that I could ever envision. Okay. So they're saying it's better. You had any problems with the original Evolution series? Takes 4 of rounds or 5 when you play with modules. Each round players draw a hand of cards and gain new species, bringing new life and opportunity to the ecosystem. Rounds of 2 main phases, adapting and feeding. You adapt your species. You play a trait to make it different, I guess. Feeding the species. Okay. Module 2, what the different modules bring. That's just different environments. But assuming there's more to it, it says the modules must change the game a little bit. Each one changes it up a bit. 1 to 2 new modules each year for the next decade. Okay. I'm not sure if it's going to be crowdfunded or retail. Who knows? Does real, it's probably going to come to retail. We already talked about those. 5 module solo packs. I wonder what solo is different. This is what you get in each one. Is there a solo thing down here? You did say something about solo packs. Nature Solo. Nature Solo features different AI species to play against, and each module includes additional AI species designed to adapt. Oh, so each module includes more. That's fantastic. It's creating a game in which a solo player could experience the depth of drama, strategy, and unpredictability of the multiplayer game. Okay, cool. So maybe check that out on Similar if that's there. Yeah, interesting. It's good stuff this week. I mean, tough to choose which ones. If you've got a budget, tough to choose which ones. I don't think there was a shipping bit. Oh, there was. I want shipping. There's a spreadsheet to click on. Okay. Next one I've got for the week is Rome Must Fall, a roll and write game. It's got 41 backers, 42, 43 backers. So a roll and write game about defending the Roman Empire against the barbarians' hordes. Pre-created by Solo War Game. Early birds, $4 Canadian, $5, $12 for a bundle. Dice allocation to tactical decision making, resource management, and escalating threats. Okay, so it looks like you can combine dice to get certain resources. It's a playthrough here. Game features. 6 imperial dice. Allocate your dice to counter relentless barbarian attacks. There's different people coming at you. Threat management. Yeah, so you got to make sure they're not any of them are too high. I imagine that's how that works. 1 times game sheet, 1 times 6-page rule book. What do you need to play? So you bring this yourself, keeping it nice and cheap, of course, when it's print and play. 1 person brand is purely solo, I imagine. Alrighty. Next, I've got this is on Backerkit. So Birds on Birds is the solo one out of this. I'm gonna have to scroll down here. So the Birds, there's got a few different games, but Birds on Birds is the one I want to look at. This one. Wonderful players. You got these components, how to play. Choose a bird. Place a bird. Balance your bird on the tree. Okay. No birds have fallen, you did it. Score points since your turn. That's hilarious. How if any bird falls and the fallen bird is to your supply on your turn. First player to run out of birds or reach 20 points wins. Okay, so it's a nice simple little game if you're into that kind of thing. Shipping for 1 game is down here as well. All right, next one I got is DNA Voyager for the week. 1 to 4 player. I've only got 9 backers so far. Vento Nuovo Games. We got €59 for 1 copy. €9 for the Recibo 50 degrees anniversary. And store distributors and stuff like that. Lots of videos of this. Enzymes. Bit of Gattaca stuff. Okay. Good game. Okay, so get this. Okay. Maybe I have to check one of those videos to see how it plays a bit. I'm not quite sure what's going on with this one. Shipping, yeah. Wouldn't mind some more detail how it plays in this, but yeah, it moves in those videos. Next one I got is Arcology. 93 backers so far, half co-op, half competitive gameplay. So if you're into that kind of thing, I believe you can kind of play it solo, but maybe it's not like a true solo sort of game. Acolyte cooperative board games, 55 Canadian, 55 Canadian for advanced, 89 for complete. Okay, that's what you get. Advanced edition. Seems like a lot of games that come to crowdfunding now have about 4 or 5 different pledge levels. It gets a bit confusing, so I'm glad they kind of spell out what's different in each one. Yeah, I think you'd have to. I guess a lot of them are doing that to try and save money. Like their main game is probably the deluxe stuff, but um, they streamline to make it more affordable for certain people or for everyone. Okay, I didn't really. There's a couple of playthroughs there, I think. There's one there from Dice Tower, bit of a preview. Yeah, would want more detail on that one as well. And then going to the Gamecrafter, there was nothing new here that I haven't talked about already. I've talked about space, talked about Small Town Tales already. So yeah, I think that might be it for the week, guys. Big week, I think. We got the Story of Manny's, another Garfield Games, and Deliverance. Parks and Potions looks good. Nature looks really good as well. Yeah, just be careful of your budgets. Don't go too nuts out there like I have in the past. And now I can't afford much at all. But anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed this week. Leave a comment on ones that you're keen on this week or what's coming up. And always like and subscribe if you're new here. Thanks, guys. And Solace, crush your gaming first. Play solo.